All right, as we all know, over the weekend, well, yesterday actually, Alexander Usyk announced. Well, it wasn't even Alexander Usyk. It was just an announcement more so. I mean, Alex Krassyuk was the one who really broke the news with a public tweet that Alex Krassyuk and Alexander Usyk were parting ways, and it was very surprising for me and several others. You know, I mean, when I did the video, I think it's at like nearly 14,000 views, so a lot of people were really interested on it, and it's a strange one to say the least, very strange. It's something that I certainly didn't see coming. Well, we heard from Alex Krassyuk, but we didn't hear anything from Team Usyk until today. So TalkSport have released this article. They released it just after 3 o'clock today, and it says Usyk team released statement on shocking split with long-time promoter. Now, I'm going to get it here. So it says Usyk handlers had remained silent on the matter up until Monday afternoon when head of Team Usyk and CEO of Ready to Fight, Sergei Lapin, provided an exclusive statement to TalkSport shedding some light on the situation. He said, and I quote, "This is a natural stage that many go through, like Mayweather, De La Hoya, Pacquiao, and Alvarez before him. Usyk reached a point where it was time to build something of his own. He has a strong professional team that has taken over key areas from training to brand development. The decision was thoughtful, conflict-free, and made with respect for the shared experience and understanding that everyone eventually follows their own path." Lapin's words came 2 days after Krassyuk took to Instagram to drop the bombshell announcement. "It's been a tremendous journey over the past 12 unbelievable years of success." It's obviously what Krassyuk said, Alex Krassyuk. So I've already read that at great length, so I'm not going to go into that. The news is particularly shocking given that Krassyuk attended the Usyk Dubois press conference in April, which he did. He did attend that actually. He was right there next to Alexander Usyk. It remains to be seen whether Usyk will close out his career as a free agent or sign with a rival promoter. There's not really a great deal else to talk about. It is to me a very strange one. It really is. The one thing I would say, right, with maybe the exception of Pacquiao, although Pacquiao, no, I'm not actually will not say with the exception of Pacquiao. The fighters he named there, Canelo, De La Hoya, Mayweather, Pacquiao, what did they all have in common? Well, they weren't near the end of their careers. They really weren't. You know, Pacquiao is still fighting, unfortunately, or he will be. But when Pacquiao left Bob Arum, that was when, 2018? I mean, he still carried on to 2021. It's 3 years. So when he's mentioning Usyk, I was under the impression that Usyk was literally... Well, I really thought myself personally Usyk should have called it quits after the Fury rematch, because if you think about it, what is there left to do? Like, what more do you need to do in your respective career? You're a first ballot Hall of Famer based upon your cruiserweight run, much less your heavyweight run. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? You've become the first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis. 25 years have passed since there was undisputed. You were the guy, and it was you, all right? You fought undefeated opponent after undefeated opponent at cruiserweight. You fought Daniel Dubois, you beat Anthony Joshua twice, you took the O with Tyson Fury, and then you did it again in sound fashion in the rematch, just to put the icing on top of the cake. And now what? I just, for me, I just don't get why you should be sticking around. But it has me worrying is that I know with Krassyuk, he'll make money from Alexander Usyk, but you have to imagine there is a friendship, there is a bond there. And Usyk has made life-changing sums of money. Is it something to do with Usyk wanting to carry on post-Dubois? Because he's talked about having one more fight post-Dubois, but is it going to be not even one more fight? Is it going to be a list of fights? Is it going to be a Parker fight? Then is it going to be a Fury trilogy or a Joshua? I hope it's none of them, quite frankly, because Alexander Usyk has got more miles on the clock now. And I think going into a fight like Daniel Dubois, which I make Usyk favourite, yes, but I don't make him as firm favourite. When they announced that fight in 2023, I was heavily picking Alexander Usyk. I had him down as favourite. I do not have him. I have him down as favourite, but I do not have him down as heavy a favourite this time around. as I did first time. It's a different kettle of fish altogether because Daniel Dubois has improved a lot over the last 2 years. And Oleksandr Usyk is 2 years older. He's had I don't want to, like, the Fury fights were tough, but not that tough. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you're still having a fight to keep a guy who's outweighing you by 50 pounds and has a 6-inch height difference over you. That's going to take it out of you. That's testing. And we don't know what's happening in sparring, how tough those spars are. At the end of the day, all of this has to be taken into consideration when you're looking at this fight. Is this now the fact that Daniel Dubois is a lot more comfy in his skin? He is a bit more aggressive. He is boxing a lot better. He is more confident. He is still very young. He's not taking any real punishment apart from the Hrgovic fight, but even then he was able to turn it around and win it. He's coming into this fight with bags of confidence. Usyk is coming into this fight 2 years older with more wear and tear. So, and then you compound this onto it. I don't know. And again, I do wonder, what is the purpose of it? I mean, at the end of the day, they said in the article, Krassyuk was there at, or Krassyuk, or however you pronounce it, he was there at the Dubois kickoff press conference back in April. So what's changed in the last 2 months? I don't know, quite frankly. And it's things like this, when you see things like this happen in the run-up to a fight, that do make you start questioning things. Because I've got a different feeling about this fight altogether than I did the first one. I've already said that. And changes like this, Usyk's team has been like that. He's changed trainer a couple of times, but never this. It's very strange. It's very strange what's going on. You're trying to figure out what it is. It's an amicable split, so I don't know. I truthfully don't. I got a question for the Usyk fans, right? Because we know that Oleksandr Usyk is very mentally strong. We know that. And he's probably going to go into this. In fact, he definitely is favourite going into this rematch. But does this make you worried, knowing that now it's promotional stuff that's changing? And very worryingly, it's not happening with, like, it would be one thing if we didn't even have this fight announced. And then it was announced that him and Alex Krassyuk were, going their separate ways. They then announced this fight. Okie dokie, whatever. 3 weeks before one of the biggest fights of your career. I'm struggling with this one. I really am. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope, as always, you enjoyed the video. If you could, smash the like button, hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And until next time, short and sweet, I'll leave it there. Peace.